up. Well, for the podcast ended Fortnite.
Cola.
Yeah, a lot of great third-party colas I've been drinking lately.
RC?
Summit, RC. There's another one.
Third party, they've been around since 17.
Third party, I know.
something.
You know what I mean.
The Bite of 86.
Okay, it's the
You know what's
Bite of
fucked up
87.
about RC Cola?
What?
They were the first to market with a diet cola,
Oh my god.
and it was so popular that the other soda brands basically outlawed the artificial sweetener they used so they could develop their own diet soda with the vacuum in the market.
Welcome to Soda Facts, the podcast, everybody. This is your host, Boingo. I'm Buster. That's Cody.
And it's time for Fortnite.
Yeah, because the new Fortnite season's happening, baby. And so me and Cody are grinding out that battle pass.
Gotta
Hey,
do
yo.
the battle pass. Is that the battle pass?
Is that the battle pass?
Is that a battle
That's
ass?
the battle ass.
Whoa!
Hey, same brain.
And you guys are IRL friends.
Yeah. I mean, if you see us standing next to each other, some people will probably think we are brothers.
Or
Yeah,
lovers.
or cousins. Cousins.
Bro-
Or all three.
I mean, considering where we are, it could be all three.
Oh my god.
La Florida.
Darn Florida.
I just hear castanets whenever you say that.
But yeah, Gwenpool's
What's the
in
true name of
Fortnite,
our
and
state?
I'm happy.
Gwenpool is in Fortnite.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's bold. I think that the addition of that skin as the default skin for the season.
Oh yeah, it's super generous because usually like a popular character like with like that isn't actually not a popular character, but a character who's like popular enough but niche enough, like that has a devoted fans, they'd put that character for like the last character or like a higher tier, but like no, entry level character. They want to get many people playing this season as possible because they know people will actually buy Fortnite, but buy the skin battle pass for.
Because here's the thing, whether you like to admit it or not, Gwenpool is her own character, but also is is that Deadpool but girl?
Yeah, and then
But
she has
also-
she just has a wide appeal that like if you put her as an entry level like battle pass skin, that's like people are gonna jump on.
What's
it,
Cody
both
saying?
fans And
I was gonna say, but also maybe because of the fiasco that happened with Spider Gwen, or maybe just because they're really trying to amp it up. She launches just like with no unlocks, already having like a head customization, already having a few extra things. Gwenpool, you had to get like to level 120 or something like that to get her
Spider-Gwen, you mean?
unmasked head.
Spider-Gwen, you mean, yeah.
Ghost Spider.
Yeah, and she's still like that's a very popular skin that has not yet to return to Fortnite. So that's kind of I know like battle pass skins are
cannot.
very limited.
Well, now
but,
it can.
Well,
Yeah.
aren't they doing a lot more X-Men stuff this season too?
Yeah. They had a X-Men bundle of like Cyclops and the boys. Emma Frost is
'Cause-
part of the battle pass.
Yeah. Emma looks good. That's a good Emma.
Yeah, there's a couple like cool Emma skins they have in this battle pass.
I mean, here's the thing: you can't just have Emma running around in lingerie, but that's a good Emma.
yeah, I mean, it's
Oh, don't worry, she still does the sexy dance, and I'm like, dude, what is Fortnite?
Yeah, but I mean, like her classic costume is the lingerie, you know.
Yeah, I mean, these are more modern interpretations of the characters anyway. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
The era-
MCU esque.
The area that she's in has the Hellfire Club stuff up.
Hell yeah!
So
Sorry,
I
what
gotta
were you
catch
saying,
up with
Buster?
Cody. I'm so far away for Cody.
Oh, don't just stay where you are. I'm coming back around.
All right.
I know.
Yeah.
Hatch sent me some of the X-Men stuff. They got Colossus and Cyclops.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
whole
those
bundle,
are-
like Jubilee too.
Yeah,
Those are purchasable skins that'll just always be in the store. Well, not always, but they'll be cycled
Well, like
back
cycle
and forth.
out, like in and out of the store, like the Star Wars and anime skins.
The actual skins, if we can, I guess we should say it out loud. Is War Machine, Gwenpool, Peelverine, which is Peely Wolverine.
Yeah, and like I know Cody's gonna eat that up.
Oh my god. We got Shuri, which looks great.
Yeah. I'm surprised Shuri's the last battle pass thing because it's been a while since Wakanda Forever's been relevant.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I think people have been wanting a Black Panther anything for a while, and
But like
the
Black
only Black
Panther's
Panther
already
we
in
had
Fortnite.
was the only one we had. Granted, it was perfect, but the only one we had was the one out of that multi-pack that you have to pay like $30 for.
Oh yeah, like the Captain Marvel multi-pack with like Taskmaster stuff.
Yeah, and truthfully, respectfully, disrespectfully, the only reason why I haven't bought it is because it's got Captain Marvel, and I don't.
Oh
want
my
it.
god, Cody.
It's just
Wait.
it's not an interesting version of the. Anyways,
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, is it a bad costume or is it just Carol?
It's almost just
It's
like
Captain Marvel.
Carol.
Carol.
Yeah.
Oh, Marvel?
No.
No, it's like
No,
the
I would
movie
have already bought
Captain
it.
Marvel. The movie Captain Marvel.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Brie
did I not
Larson,
come back
Captain.
around? Oh no, we
Yeah.
went past. We
Brie
passed.
not Brie Larson as in Brie Larson is bad. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson as it's the MCU costume.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I
It's
want
like
to be
a
clarified
simplified-
because some people would fucking take me out of context. I do not hate Brie Larson.
Yeah,
She seems like a fine and wonderful person.
No, but
Yeah.
it's like a simplified version of her skin, and it doesn't look that good compared to like the literal like classic Taskmaster and classic Black Panther that are presented next to her.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, and I mean I think it's also just overpriced as a pack. Like $30,
Yeah.
dude, that's $10.
Yeah,
That
that's
would be cool.
what?
Her marching band costume right now.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember the last Fortnite event they did. They actually tied it into the comics. They tied it into like Immortal Thor. I'm kind of like disappointed they didn't do that again.
I'm expecting them to.
No, that would have been Donny Cates' Thor.
Donny Cates. I'm sorry. I got him confused. Yeah, like the Donny Cates Thor where he was the Herald of Galactus. They tied that into a Fortnite event.
Yeah, and that Galactus is dead, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, I mean, he is dead. I saw him on the map. He is like actually dead on the map where he's like his helmet.
Oh, right, the rest of the skin characters. Sorry, Emma Frost.
I think that's
Sure,
it. I think those are like
that
the
is
four
it.
main ones. Also, Captain Jonesy.
Yeah, Captain Jonesy.
Yeah,
who has
was
like
good,
a
Captain Cyclops Marvel versus handshake. It was great.
There's a lot of MVC love because
Yeah, the
Doom
foot
is
dive.
in MVC. How does that work? What is
he
that?
has the leg down thing.
Yeah, the foot dive.
Yeah, and also there's a TV with Marvel vs. Capcom, like almost like 8-bit Iron Man in a fighting style game somewhere on the map.
So like great value Marvel versus Capcom is what you're saying.
Yeah. Here is just because I want to like show you as a reference. This is the marching band costume I was talking about.
Right, let me pull my phone out and hope I don't die.
Oh, that's a good Oh, that's the costume like of her recent run. Yeah. Oh, that's a good costume.
Yeah, but you see what I mean when I say marching band? It has like the
Oh wow,
that's a good costume.
I like the ponytail.
Yeah,
long ponytail. That's dope. That's way better, dude.
Bro,
they don't
like,
even did
they're
like any
probably
cool
not gonna
details
make
on
another,
the suit.
Like after the Marvels flop, they're probably not gonna do another Captain Marvel anything for a bit, which is kind of sad because I think there's a lot of potential.
The Marvels didn't flop; it just didn't exceed expectations.
No, it did worse than Morbius, boy. It didn't make any of its budget back.
I didn't. Oh,
do you want me to pull up the box office receipts?
Is Kamala Khan worth watching? Because I was mad enough that they didn't do her powers the way that she should have.
I didn't finish the show. I kind of dropped it after episode 3.
Yeah.
But I really,
Damn.
you know what,
it's okay. Best way to put it: it is a solid B show. It is not. It is not like the best rendition of the character you could ever possibly get. But the actress does such a good job nailing the personality that it's fun to see her go through events.
Yeah,
even if they aren't exactly what you would want for the character.
Yeah, I kind of wish like she deserved way better, man.
Yeah,
yeah, and like I was excited about the actress. I love Kamala Khan. I was at the time, I guess, near the time of that game or movie show. I was playing a lot of Marvel's Avengers, which the highlight of that entire game, entirety, the entire story is Kamala Khan.
That like that shitty ass game actually has a decent version of Kamala Khan.
It's got a pretty decent story, truthfully, and like in the end,
the story
there was a decent presentation of things that happened.
I hated the
like
Maestro stuff. I thought the MODOK stuff was lame. I don't know.
Yeah,
I forgot that happened.
MODOK would look like that was like
I forgot.
That's one of the worst designs. Yeah, it's a boring ass game. I wouldn't believe. But like, I'm sorry to be a hater. I do not like.
No, I'm mostly basing my opinions off of like the stuff they did after.
Yeah,
which is like I forgot that was part of the original. I never played that shit again after it came out.
Yeah,
I never played the original story. I only played the Wakanda stuff, and the Maestro stuff because they did Maestro.
Yeah. So would be a fucking great Hulk movie if they ever get the fucking shit dealt with Universal.
What?
A Maestro, just straight up do the Maestro storyline.
Yeah. I mean, I think like if you want to get everyone back on board, Immortal Hulk.
Well, here's the thing that
you know what
you could do Immortal Hulk. I think straight up just doing the Maestro is a good one and done movie, and then you can branch that off into Immortal Hulk because fundamentally what the Maestro is the Hulk's own anxiety of, oh no, you're a piece of shit. You're gonna turn into a fucking dictator at the end of the world. That's what you are, you piece of shit.
You know what, dude? That would be the best way to bring him into this universe is to make him come from somewhere else, so we get to watch all our darlings die and be like, but it was somebody else though. But it was those guys though. It was another Reed
Yeah.
Richards that they shredded into ribbon.
I know, like I don't like. I'm sorry to talk MCU, but I do feel like a reboot is coming eventually. Like
here's the thing, a reboot but in Marvel terms, I can see it.
Yeah,
it would be lore accurate.
Lore accurate reboot. Like I know what
it's not gonna Days of Future. It's like not Days of Future Past. It's not gonna Infinite Crisis.
Yeah, it's not gonna Infinite Crisis. It's not gonna be like
They're gonna be like, no, the movies always existed, and these movies existed, and the timeline changed, and who cares?
Yeah,
they're legit. There's probably just going to be like a 20-minute bit of exposition of like, here's everything that has happened, will happen. Like, here's what you need to know.
That's probably going to happen in Secret Wars, knowing them.
That's me. How did I get here?
Or legit, they could just fucking rip off Sony for a little bit and goes like, here's my do the origin story bit from Spider-Verse.
Animated movies, or
all right, one more time.
They're never gonna do like another animated film. Sucks.
No, but I'm saying like more of the structure of how they did it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what Iron Man is. Here's the things you need to know about our current Iron Man going forward. Because we're gonna bring Iron Man back, but we're casting fucking
Scrimblow Blimblow.
current hot actor who could do it, you know.
Freaking Scrimifly.
Are you trying to make a Timothy Chalamet joke?
No, I was not trying to. That's what just came out. I just thought Scrimifly sounded funny. I did see Wonka recently. He was pretty good in that. The trailers made him seem so much worse than he actually is in that movie.
Yeah. Though I will say that the guy from The Bear looks just like Gene Wilder, and he would have been a pretty good Wonka.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably better choices, but for an admittedly stunt cast, he did a fine job. It was a fun family film. It's like, also, Cody, get here, get over here. How do I?
Killed 3 people.
How are you guys doing in the Fork Night?
I just killed 3 people.
Yeah, that's what Cody did. I'm just
using
kind of
my War Machine.
I got the War Machine goggles too. Yeah, because they put War Machine weapons. They're super broken and fun.
Yeah, and they got Cap Shield, and we got Doom powers.
Yeah,
to talk a bit about the lore, which is the most exciting part about them coming.
Oh my god, you're coming. Do you get the giant cannon from MVC too?
Not yet.
No, they might do something like that, but you get you get Iron Man's gauntlets and boosters.
Yeah, it's mostly MCU like themed stuff.
MCU themed.
You get Doctor Doom's power ups.
Except
you
get
Doom, fucking Mysterio's power ups, and it's classic Mysterio who's also in the Battle Pass.
I'm talking for War Machine. Oh yeah, Mysterio's in the Battle Pass. I forgot Mysterio's in the Battle Pass.
Yeah, and they did the red costume, and you could toggle on and off his skull in the dome.
That's awesome, actually. There's a lot of great toggling options for all the skins this season.
That's good.
Gwenpool, you could do mask, unmask, and then do you even have variants on her what's it called? Civilian clothes, which is super cool. Also,
oh yeah, she gets a jacket and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I haven't heard anyone complain about this yet, but I just want to put my own take out there. I know people might complain about the Deadpool pin because Gwen admitted she doesn't really like Deadpool comics. I think it's a reference to the storyline where she grows to respect Deadpool in the comic. Because I think it's like, they kind of like, in their own silly way, they kind of grow a mutual respect for each other, I find.
Yeah, they have by the end of that, though, they had, like, afterwards, people have written them very sibling-like. But, like, he is an annoying older brother.
Yeah.
That's the gimmick. It's like, they are siblings, but he is an annoying fuck that she doesn't want to deal with.
Yeah, it's very much like, my older, more successful brother.
Who won't shut up kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's like,
I relate.
So cool I look as Peely.
I saw a thing of a bunch of Wolverines, like in cosplay. Peelverine. Okay, that's the proper term.
That's the legal term.
The legal term.
The legal term is you're a nerd.
Boingo, look who's talking.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm being a responsible adult working on my weekly planner. So.
Oh.
Yeah, and what is your plan?
I think we've talked enough about Fortnite for one podcast.
What are your plans?
Well, I didn't mean to.
I still wanted to touch on the last thing I'll do about Fortnite is the fact that Doom killed everybody.
Oh yeah, Doom he killed all the Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Oh, he killed a lot more. There's more trophies.
Yeah, he killed Magneto.
Magneto, Namor, Ultron, presumably Sue Storm because it's a super fucked up like chair and a glass case.
Yeah,
with a thing that says Sue. Johnny Storm's heart's in the fucking fireplace. Reed Richards is presumably alive, but in a like trapped and tangled in a ball of yarn made out of reed. The Thing is the throne.
yeah.
That's sad. That's sad. I love the Thing.
It's a real fucked up version of Doom because normally Doom kind of has like a modicum of respect for the other FF.
Yeah. Also, I died. Ooh.
And like at this point in time, I don't think he wants to kill fucking Reed or Sue. He's just more of like, I need to prove myself against you and prove myself superior to you, Reed. Because like he cares about Valeria.
Oh yeah, he does. He brainwashed all the citizens of that area and with probably drugs and some sort of magic or something because they like it shows him giving out like ice cream, Victor Von Scoops.
Oh yeah, Victor Von Scoops. That was a funny thing.
That is so.
There's a lot of like reference pictures too, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know what the tagline for Victor Von Scoops should be?
What?
Food.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any like MF Doom references at all.
Damn.
I mean for all we can say about MF Doom being like super cool, very big and important, he is still probably for a lot of people still just underground hip hop guy.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Yeah.
All caps.
Yeah. Oh my god. My Gwenpool video just freaking like just is my is doing really well. Also, good news. I'll probably get news of like the exact thing of what's happening by the time this video goes out. But or this podcast. I'm in the process of monetizing my YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Finally one of us.
Finally one of us gets a slight bit of AdSense. Slight. Because I'm
Yeah, but here's the thing. Once I have a feeling for YouTube, once you are bringing like we can put ads on your videos. Oh, cool. We're going to promote your videos more because we get money from them.
Yeah, here's hoping. Yeah, but like that's exciting. Also, because of the Fortnite hype, I did a Gwenpool video. You can check it out later.
Yeah.
What else?
That's good. What's happening? What else is happening in your life? Because we'll touch on the other thing in just a moment. Because I have a feeling grand finale kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, the grand finale, but that's for later. Cody got a story.
Grand mid finale, because I have a feeling we're going to talk about more things afterwards. It's just
100%. Yeah, the
lead up to it, because hey, guess what? My life is exactly the same as it usually is.
Damn.
I've been applying to jobs.
Yeah, good.
Hell
good. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's more than like. I mean, I'm trying to apply for jobs, but it's been a bit tricky. Like finding one. Online job applying is just super hard for me.
Yeah, I found there is a union for stagehands and technicians and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and there is a chapter in North Florida which basically covers Jacksonville, Gainesville, and St. Augustine. And they have a non-member referral program of basically like, hey, do jobs with us and build up hours to possibly become a member kind of thing. And I've been thinking of like applying to that and seeing my hand.
You have experience in that.
Yeah.
It's like you have a resume. You got this.
I believe in you. You can cite me as whatever you want.
Cite me. Cody.
I have worked with you.
Friends with benefits. Cody.
I mean, technically, here's the thing. Legitimately, I could cite you because I did AV and sound engineering for the Star Wars project that we did.
Oh my lord!
Oh my! We just got annihilated by a Gwenpool in Fortnite.
That's gonna be a lobby real quick. I gotta change.
You got annihilated by the real Gwenpool.
Yeah, she probably was. She apparently in Fortnite lore she did play the Galactus event. So yeah.
Also, apparently, she broke the servers this time around because everyone keeps using the same skin. And something happened with like the overage.
That's how. See, I told you, peep. This is This is their game. It's an entry level like skin. Entry level to get people like playing Fortnite and shit.
But yeah, so and I've applied to other places. I applied to Walmart. I applied to Ollie's. I've applied to GameStop and.
GameStop.
Yeah. So it's just hey.
Yeah.
Society, give me money.
Society, your society.
Well, what else has been happening with you, Busto?
I've kind of. It's mostly been like just working on YouTube shit while I wait for a job, and the job isn't really coming. So, I've been working a lot on YouTube shit.
Yeah.
My videos haven't been doing the best, but like I'm very happy with like how they're doing. Right, like just like the quality of like the stuff I'm putting out. Like even if they're not like the best videos ever. Like the My Hero Academia video I did, I'm pretty happy with that on the Kyoka Jiro, like the one of those side characters. That's pretty good. The Shadow of the Batgirl video, that was very spur of the moment. I did not plan that for any point of time, but I thought it came out well. And then the Gwenpool video came out, and I'm working on a Guilty Gear video. So hopefully,
You're just in your talking about Girls Era right now.
it's okay. The next Guilty Gear, the next Guilty Gear video is not a girl.
No, but it is a character. I bet dollars to donuts you find hot.
Yes.
We
Talking
found
about
out.
cute people there. Is that
There you
is
go.
that good enough for you?
Yeah, people love that. That's
Yeah.
and it's a fun thing. And you probably enjoy it, so that's
Yeah,
the magic right
I
there.
did
And
want
here's
to
the
do
thing:
a
you're
couple.
not being a fucking Coomer about it. You're just going
Yeah.
like these are fun characters, and I like
I
aspects of their
can't
story.
believe my favorite
Yeah.
character doesn't have absolute deep cleavage and hip dips. I'm throwing this game in the trash.
Not Cody. That's the funniest thing you've said in a bit.
No.
Yes, like it's so funny. Yeah, like I've kind of noticed that, like, oh my god, I've been talking a lot about like feminine characters recently, and I'm like, does this mean anything? Nah, it does mean actually something, but I'll keep that to myself.
It means whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah, up to interpretation. What else? I want to go back to my fighting game locals. I haven't gotten in a bit. They're just like they usually only have 1 week for Street Fighter 6, so
Oh
and
yeah.
that's the only one I really play. So, and I'm ass at Guilty Gear, even though I love the characters and story. So
I mean, you could always practice Guilty Gearing.
yeah, I gotta practice. But I'm also like it's Fortnite season, so I'm back to grinding on that.
All right, we've beat around the bush a little bit. We talked about our own personal lives. Cody, what happened?
What the hell happened, Cody?
Well, I got a job.
A new one, or are you talking about the
new
job?
job.
Ooh.
No, I got a new job. I haven't started the new job yet. I've accepted
Okay.
the offer. I did 2 interviews. I did 1 interview Thursday. But paused on the details of the job. I'll set the stage of how things have been going. It's only gotten worse.
Uh-oh.
Stress levels have gone up and through the roof, and so here's how Thursday played out. Thursday was a very slam day. Every day they've been continuously pushing and pushing and telling us to do more parts counts, do this. People are forgetting things. There's lapses left and right. We're getting slammed, and like the expectation, it's just a mess. The upper management has like completely destroyed the morale and like the ability of everything.
Mhm.
And they just updated our phones overnight without telling anybody, which made everything ring to everywhere. So now service and parts and people buying upstairs. Oh no, sorry, they kept the sales phones untampered with, but it's just an absolute nightmare because without them being separated, we're not supposed to take the service calls. I'm not a service advisor. I can't talk to them about the progress of the repairs or anything like that. That can only
Mhm.
be them. There's so much bad going on, just nonsense.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah, and like just having to track down like where parts are, and like people are just having like lapses of like where things are. And so it's just been getting like really, really bad. So I applied for this job. It's a general manager position at a self storage.
Mhm.
And so I'll get into the details about the job now. It's like I said, general manager, but it is $20 an hour with commissions and bonus in addition.
Ooh.
So finally back to making, decent money, livable money. It's $5 more an hour than what right now, which is insane in a normal sense, but the rest of way more additional.
Mhm.
So that's super great. But I get the call. It was a really good interview. I had them laughing the whole much. And I was very bold because there was a range offered for pay, and I told them that I wasn't going to accept anything other than the max and that I was worth it. And they came back in the second, or they came back, called me back, and they said, "We agree with you. Here's our offer." we want to offer the maximum that we offer that. So, super great. I'm, immediately feeling better. I was like, oh, great. I'm going to be able to kind of immediately start having a better life.
Hell yeah.
And I walk back into work, and Ken, my manager, is just screaming and yelling about something. And then he starts yelling at us, and he's like, what the fuck? We lost a $95,000 deal. What are you guys doing? Where was the mix-up? Why aren't you asking where parts are? How come this just got ordered today? What in the absolute fuck? Blah, blah, blah. Just insane. And we're like, well, what was this? How was it so important? And it turns out, because I asked Christian directly, I'm like, I asked somebody later because they chewed us out and walked away. And I was like, so what part of that made us lose a $9,000 or a $95,000 deal? And they're like, oh no, it wasn't anything parts did. The customer dropped out because they needed to like repair something that service broke, and then the customer's credit got rejected, so they backed completely out of the deal cash. And I was like, so when they told us, why did we order this part today? Because that was our immediate response, is they're yelling at us about this thing, and we're like, nobody told us, nobody sent emails, no one followed the process. This can't be considered our fault. That's stupid. And then they're like, oh yeah, it wasn't. And I'm like, great, cool. Well, both managers came up back here and yelled at us because they got yelled at by their uppers. They're like, we're getting our asses handed to us, and y'all are just blah blah blah. And we're like, no, we didn't do anything wrong, literally, you know. And the whole time they're yelling at me, like I'm sitting there and like I'm very particular with stuff like that. I don't put in my 2 weeks or anything like that until I have absolute confirmation. So I wasn't going to do it until I had my cover letter. But I'm just sitting there and I'm like listening to them pour this shit on and on and on, and I'm watching how like fucked up parts is being, or not parts, but like management is being and shit like that. And essentially, everyone just has this like dread about them, just like hating life now because it's not enjoyable. They keep slashing our commission. So we're essentially only like making by hourly because we keep working hard to fix the parts issues, and their solution is taking our commission. So everyone has absolutely had it. Like everyone has personal life things going on, or a lot of people do. So they're yelling at me, and I'm thinking, oh, of course, I'm about to just walk the fuck out of here. I'm not going to take this. But then I end up like it died away. We complained about it, and I was like, whatever. I'm like, whenever I get this offer letter, I'm just gonna quit. They're probably gonna tell me to quit immediately, and I already can go out to my dad's house and work there until I start on the 29th, which is the 29th is the start date for my.
That's not that long from here.
No, it's not that long, and that's not really the crazy part of any of this. That was
I'm just more saying like it
yeah.
You don't
So the beauty of it, because I'm like I said, I'm a petty bitch. I'm a petty bitch.
Oh yeah, you do not suffer fools.
And the most beautiful thing happened, I realized today. I come into work, and Jim, the guy who I've talked about a little bit, he's the master mechanic. He is essentially the brain of the service department. No one, like, if somebody doesn't know how to do something, he's done it. If somebody doesn't know what panel goes on an Airstream, he knows it. He is not only 5 rivet certified through Airstream, which means he's certified by like the uppers and whatever, that he is one of the most qualified people to work on Airstreams and to tell people how to fix them. He's a master mechanic, and he used to run the Gainesville Transit Authority until he decided to retire from that. He only started working there because he got bored and he kind of just wanted to make some money. And so that's the most Jim lore you can get right now. He has some problematic things about him that I think I talked about.
He's an old Southern man in the South. What do you expect?
There you go. But so I sit down, and he's a very like about respect with people type thing. So he's always I don't know. I can't really talk a lot about.
So what's the
yes
crazy
or no?
part?
Yes or no, sir.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
So excited.
So I sit down, and Jim goes to me, and he's like, "Well, I accepted an offer. Excuse me." And he's like, I'm fucking done with it. Camping World has offered to pay me 3 times the amount I currently make. My shield did not stop anything. I died. We died.
That's what happened.
Anyways,
after that.
So Camping World are direct competitors in Ocala, like essentially 45 minutes away from the city. Only closest bought him out for 3 times what he gets paid right now. And he says this to me, and me knowing that Chuck, as he was leaving work the day before, called his brother and got a job at the smoke shop, so he was gonna quit as well. Literally the same day, Jim got a job offer, so like he tells me this, and I just start laughing, and I'm like, Jim, this place is fucked. I'm like, they're not gonna have anybody who knows where the parts are. They're not gonna have anyone to do any of the service writing. Nobody else in the company can sub into our positions because they don't train for every position. Like parts doesn't or sales doesn't even know how to open my computer to sell a part. They literally don't know how to like get to it in the system. And like in my dream of dreams, I was like, man, I want this company to hurt. I want them to be financially fucked and get yelled at by their uppers and their uppers, trying to figure out why, everybody walked out. Why are all like proceeds going on? Oh, what the hell, Because it's going to affect every single part of them. And I'm like, no, it's a hyper fantasy to dream of like a mass walkout situation. But that is more than 50% of the entire like both parts and sales or parts and service. And overnight, they are going to lose it.
None of you should give 2 weeks notice. You should all just quit on the same day.
Yes.
I'm planning on coming home and playing like Fortnite the day I tell them, because I'm pretty sure they're just going to tell me to go home, and they're going to accept my 2 weeks as final. And even Jim is like, yeah, I don't know. But so we all say this, and I was planning on giving it today because Ken said he was going to be in, but then he wasn't in today. And Jim was waiting for him to be in because he was going to give him his notice. Jim did tell me later that I guess he let it slip yesterday that he was finding another job. And so that's probably why Ken didn't come in, is because he didn't want to get the notice today. And I tell Devin, the parts manager that we hired, we both tell him, and he's like, well, this job has gotten worse and worse every single day, and we keep finding new ways that they're screwing us over. We found out that there was a magic code that you have to put in the computer to like get actual proper commission, and I'm like, it's insane that we made it months into the job and they're not paying us in multiple ways. And Devin's like, honestly, he's like, I can get the same pay going back to O'Reilly's, and like they've been asking me. He's like, I've been applying to CSX jobs daily because I'm dissatisfied, because they promised him 60,000 a year, and at his current rate, he's getting 40. So he's $20,000 short because they showed him numbers off of last year's profits. And as soon as he got in and he was able to see what our actual profits have been, it's been on a constant downward slope because management is running the entire company into. And so yesterday he's like, I'm fucking quitting too then. And I'm like, no goddamn way. They're gonna melt overnight. They can't even pull from the other stores. Jacksonville's only has one person. Like, so the beauty of it is sales will overpromise and underdeliver, and they will make it our problem. They will tell people that they can have stuff underpriced, do whatever. They don't know shit about their coaches. Anytime something's broken, they have to come back and ask Jim to help. Like, they don't know how to do anything. It is so glorious that we have we're truly like getting to really hurt the people who are shitty. And it's not going to be forever, and I'm sure they're going to recover in some way. But with the way the numbers have been working, like it's definitely on a downward slope. But it doesn't matter because everything else will fall behind us. Because Jenna is going to be the only other service advisor. And even when Jim took a 3-week vacation, which was the first time in like 3 years he's ever done it, he took that 3-week vacation, and Jenna almost had a meltdown every single day because she was so stressed, having to deal with more than she's normally used to and having to work 6 days instead of 5. And she complained about that constantly, like 6 days is bullshit, 6 days, 6 days. And everyone else sitting there is just kind of like, most of us have had to work 6 days at this job and every other job that we've had several times, sometimes for like long stints of time. I used to have to at Cricket for almost a year at the one store. So it's just kind of like, man, if that's going to be your reaction to that little bit, good luck being the only service and parts motherfucker in this whole building. Have fun, because they're not going to have a parts team. They're not going to have a service team. She's going to quit too because she has already been talking about it. Everyone has been waiting for a reason.
It sounds like this place is just going to close shop.
It's going to crumble overnight, and they're going to have to replace everybody, but they are going to be bitched at, screamed at, and yelled at all the way through it, because that's truly how management. But see, the beauty of it is it's upper management coming down on us and then taking us. But now there is going to be no us. All lower rung positions are going to be vacated, and it was not organized. It was out of disdain towards the company itself. It's just wild. I'm not saying like I fantasized about stuff similar to this, but it's like, man, it does feel really fucking good to know that even if they try to tell me they want to try to match my offer, I know that and I don't want to. They have no power, and we were all just sitting there talking about it today in the middle of the workday. And Kyle, the service manager or the sales manager, kept walking back and forth, and he got more and more like uh uncomfortable, I guess you could say. Like he wasn't coming over and talking to us. Normally he comes over and he acts like a shitty like Chad dude, because that's the type he is. He's a car salesman. Just think of that and you got it. And he seems very meekish today because he heard us talking the whole time. We're like, yeah, fuck this place. They're done without us because they can't make money without us either. Because every single, and I mean this literally, every single coach that leaves our building has some sort of issue that sales lied about. Today, I had to sell somebody a $1,200 generator because they were promised that they bought a solar Outback ready boondocking able off-grid camper because they were buying or they were being left some property that was in probate, so they couldn't pull permits to put like a power pole or anything out on property. And it turns out their unit only had 2 of the 5 solar panels they paid for, yet they never came to service or parts to get us to get those on there or installed. You have to request it from the company directly, from the company that makes and that was never put in. So that was 100% only on sales. And we just get constant reviews of shit like people complaining about illegal stuff. Like they can't fix his issue without us. They could only divert elsewhere. Like they keep pressuring us about all this money and like everything, and it's just gonna evaporate overnight. There's not gonna be anybody to take orders for parts. Nobody has the knowledge that any of us. It's just great. I don't know. It
This
wasn't as
feels
fun.
like it feels like a very worker solidarity kind of thing too. Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, it's the best case scenario.
Hooray!
I mean, you're going to work at a self-storage place, and that's just keeping an eye on things, isn't it?
Essentially, I've done it before. I think you've been to the one that I like helped with, my Aunt Connie's.
Mm.
Think back long ago during the time of Dick Swings in Orange Park.
What swings?
Dick Swing. Or Buffalo, I guess. It was called Buffalo.
Yeah.
But it wasn't B-dubs. It was Buffalo
Oh.
Wild.
Oh yeah, glad everything's going well in Cody land.
Yeah.
What Boingo? What else did we want to talk about?
Hold on, let me pull up my little list.
Yeah,
Let's
can you
see,
share the list so I can pick the topic?
I didn't. It's not typed out. It's written on my piece of paper.
Oh, it's paper list. Take a picture then.
No.
Okay.
So Disney is arguing they have the legal right to kill you.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, which is kind of ironic as we just gassed up Fortnite, which is mostly owned by Disney at this point.
True.
But like, yeah, corporation art. It's all the
If
relationship
you play
between corporate
Fortnite,
and
Disney
art.
can kill you.
Yeah, yeah, Disney can kill us. It's pretty scary out there. Yeah, it's well, go into the legal specifics. You're smarter than all.
Okay, so Disney lawyers are arguing. Okay, back up even further. What had happened is a couple were at Disney.
Yeah.
At a restaurant. The woman has significant nut allergies.
Uh-oh.
And repeatedly asked, "Hey, could you prepare this where with no allergens?" kind of thing. The waiter assured her, "Yeah, no allergens." Repeatedly back and forth. The food comes out. It does not have the no allergen flag, which is a thing you need to do and stuff like that. She asked, concerned. Waiter assured her it's fine. She ate it. She went back to the hotel room, started having an anaphylactic shock, used an EpiPen, but it was too late. She passed away. Disney is now saying, because in the EULA of Disney Plus that the husband bought, the husband got a subscription of a couple years ago, he does not have the legal right to sue them.
Huh?
I mean, for one, it is Disney, so it's going to be, people are going to be paying attention to however this folds out for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Normally, I'd say in a normal court, I don't know if they would rule that those terms of services would apply to a failure of like a lapse of judgment or a lapse of failure when it comes to the loss of life in a situation like that. especially because of all of the protections that are meant for something specifically like that.
Yep.
And if there's evidence that she's made those requests, there's just so much. I mean, somebody died. Somebody died.
Oh yeah,
and you can't really. I mean, Disney has tried to cover shit up like that in the past in the parks, but even with their legal team, they have endless money, truthfully. So, I mean, that might be the end of it, and just that, like, they might just be able to outlast the widow monetarily, which is a big issue. But I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to see how something like this could play out.
Yeah.
I would hope that they're not going to let them slide like that. But if something like that does pass, like, I hope there's outrage.
I part of me just hopes this is just the lawyers being the skeeviest sons of bitches, and it's not like some grand overarching thing of them trying to get away with shit. I hope it is just the lawyers going like, we don't want to pay as much money as we. What can we say we can get away? What can we say to try and get away with this? And just pulling that out of their ass, Like, does that make it better? No, it's just as bad. But like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's hard to cut it either way because it is honestly hard. Like, if you think of what they could feasibly get for a lawsuit, the amount of money that they could potentially get compared to like other Grand Slam lawsuit cases where it wasn't like stars against stars, it was person against injustice. The amount of money that you could even dream up is not going to hurt unless it's like $1 billion, but like it's probably not.
No.
I don't know if there is news on what they've asked for. You can't really put a price on something like that for one, but normally it's in like the several million. And you're going to tell me that Disney can't afford just to do that? Because normally when shit like this happens, Disney simply settles out of court immediately. But something like this, who knows? That's the only reason why I think that there's going to be something different is because they would just immediately be like, here's money, stay quiet.
And here's the other thing. It was at a Florida park.
Uh-oh.
So it all also depends on like Florida judges and whatnot, whether this happens. And they can
push the narrative either way, man.
Yeah.
You just want to wait to see how it unfolds.
But in more Disney legal uh-ohs, this time of the opposite variety.
Yeah.
There's finally been some insider talk of what happened with Beau DeMayo and his firing from X-Men 97.
Yeah, he was the showrunner for the first 2 seasons.
And what
it's not pretty.
What essentially has been happening is he was not invited to the Emmys for the show. So he started being a little pissant about it on the internet. And he then made the accusation that the reason he was fired was because of a pride drawing of him basically in a Speedo and the Cyclops bandolier thing. And that's it. And already that's no, because he was fired in March and that was post June. So already people were going like, what the fuck are you talking about, bud? And Disney basically made a statement of, no, he was fired because we conducted an internal investigation and we found egregious actions.
Yeah, then other people spoke up about like, yeah, he was sending me some weird pics.
Well, the individuals have not been named. It was a person doing like.
Oh, I thought some people were speaking out like about like.
I haven't seen anybody specifically speaking out. It is a journalist asking about trying to find out the information, and it's basically sexual misconduct. The primary version of it being sending sexually explicit semi-nude photos to younger male staff members.
Yeah, not great. Especially without their consent. That's not great.
Yeah. So everybody's just like, oh, so you were trying to weaponize your gayness to make us all sympathetic to you, and you were just being an asshole.
Yeah,
fuck you.
That happens a lot in minority communities where like both LGBT and just ethnic stuff where it's like people try to weaponize their identity to just get away with heinous shit. It's not great.
It really does piss me off. It's like, not only are you just making it worse for everyone else who's fighting, but you're simply just giving every shitty.
You're giving white supremacist ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not helping anybody. You're not helping like the detractors. You're not helping the supporters.
But basically, Disney gave him an out of just like, hey, you could say nothing, fix your life, and get back to working in Hollywood, and we will say nothing. But he decided to run. He yapped, and Disney was like, "You are not going to ruin our PR, nuke."
I don't know. I'm glad we talked about the Disney thing, but like the Disney deaf thing beforehand, because I don't want people thinking we're shills. This is just
No, it's just Disney's going through a bunch of legal shit right now. On one hand, they're being the worst stereotype of lawyers trying to get away with anything with the bare minimum of legal possible loopholes.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you have a person who did wrong yap in his mouth and just getting full on, no, he was fired because of this. Fuck you.
Yeah. You guys talk about a brighter thing?
Do we?
Sure.
The sun is pretty bright.
We got some Tokusatsu news.
Oh, yeah.
Boom Boonger is starting its third arc, or third lap, and we got a poster for it, and it's pretty interesting, because my goat, Tokyo Ichigo from Tokuger, is on the poster, and it's the 10th anniversary of Tokuger. That's gonna be fun. I'm very excited.
It also makes sense, because they're both vehicle themed.
Yeah, the train guy, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's an entire train Tokuger is actually one of my favorites.
No, I know. They stack like vertically almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go find the mech. The actual
there's a super mini play of all those together too, by the way. I watched that with careful eye.
Yeah, here I'm putting a GIF.
I am behind on Boom Boonger, but I am enjoying what I've been watching.
I've only watched one episode, and this poster has convinced me I gotta catch up, man. I like the one episode I watched. I just haven't I just been a bit slacking and more focusing on Gotchard, especially with the.
What's that called? Is that called Go-Go?
It's called Tokuger.
Tokuger. Go-Go 5 is like Lightspeed Rescue. There is a train Zord there, but it's like... Here, I'll spell it for you, Cody.
I'll get close enough. I got it.
Well, I mean, it's Resha Sentai Tokuger. That's its full name.
Yeah, Train Sentai Tokuger. It's one of my favorite Sentais. It's the one of the Orange Ranger, who's the 6, and it's awesome.
What's the name of the Zord?
Tokyo.
O means like God King kind of thing too.
Yeah, it's a pretty common Sentai naming convention.
I'm trying to find the super mini play that was released of that.
Yeah,
that's also the mech that can have a train dick.
Yeah, they're probably gonna release another one because they did it with Kyoryuger's 10th. So hey, there's probably gonna be some new Tokuger's legacy stuff coming.
But yeah, no, that totally tracks and makes sense of oh yeah, this is just the vehicle season. We already had the guy that. I don't remember the Go-Onger. I couldn't remember. I could only remember its Power Ranger name, RPM.
Yeah, actually, this season's actually appealing a lot to me because Go-Onger was the first older Sentai I finished, which is crazy to think Go-Onger's older, but a pre-2010
what?
Sentai.
Yeah, that was 08, 09?
Yeah, 08, yeah, which is kind of crazy.
No,
Time be moving.
Time keeps slipping into the future.
Yeah. Also, sorry I haven't been playing Cody. I've been focusing on just getting some news, just talking and yapping.
Oh, it's alright. I'm trying to find that the big set of the mini play.
Yeah, that is one of the better Sentai mecha designs because it's such a simple concept that works so well.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't really vibe with Tokuger, but I love it. It's a great show. And I know some people are like, what? This doesn't fit. It's not car themed. You have Car Ranger and Turbo Ranger. And I'm like, but Tokuger...
Transport.
Well, one, they have the actors for Tokuger are still young and able to go in. But also it's Tokuger still has transportation and vehicle. Especially because the main character of Boom Boonger from the one episode I've seen is a transporter. So
there's also the element of the older suits may not be in the best quality and condition right now.
Yeah, and also just actors. For me, it's actor availability. That's just are the actors available to come back?
But here's the thing: they could fub it and just have the suit and have a voice double.
Yeah, well, they didn't have a voice double for Go-Onger, so I'm pretty sure they want to usually Toei these days, unless it's a big frick off anniversary event, where it's everyone is coming back and you only get a handful of face cameos. They want mostly face cameos.
That is fair. I'm just more thinking of practicality means.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see?
What?
I would absolutely love to see Drive show up.
Oh, he was appearing in a stage show, but like, yeah, I'd love to see.
Yeah, but like Drive show up in an episode.
Yeah, like an actual episode. That would be really
Like,
neat.
just imagine the red Boom Boonger is speeding and he gets pulled over by Shinosuke.
Yeah, that would be great. Also, but he's busy with the Yakuza series because remember, the Kamen Rider Drive Factor is doing the Yakuza series, so
yeah.
I'm actually interested in that. I hope it's a good one. I know there's been some worrying like interview stuff, but like it's like I'm interested to see their take. Also, actually, I forgot to mention on the poster they're giving Boon Red another power up, and it's just a jacket. It's I want that jacket so bad. It looks so cool.
Yeah,
like that is such a cool pose. Like
I can't find. Well, I found. It's like they erased all of the Tokuger.
Mini plot. That's weird.
Yeah, like I can't find any official posting. I just went through every single thing under Big Bad Toy Store, which is where I used to look at these at. But they did all of them. They did every single one of them.
Oh, wait a second.
Minipla's always out there doing some crazy shit, but like, look at these.
Buster, in the poster, in the background, is that a silhouette of the final mech?
Silhouette. Yeah, that's probably the final mech silhouette. So that's interesting. Yeah, too. Like in the poster for lap 3, which I'm wondering if like lap 3 will be the end, like, or if it's just gonna be like final lap because 3 laps. That's kind of a thing.
No, it's usually 4 laps depending on the track.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Mario Kart.
But 3 laps is like video game.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be like 4.
I mean, here's the thing: it's as many laps as you want in Le Mans.
Yeah, true. It's probably like a 4 arc structure because each arc is like 12 episodes, and the shows run for 50 episodes. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up with Boom Boonger. Probably gonna make a couple videos about it. Like, because it's like it's structured into arcs. I know it's like an episodic show, but I like to like the promotional way they're going about it is lap 1, lap 2, lap 3.
Well, it's structurally arced. Because like each episode is episodic, but each arc is like
has an overarching story.
Not just an overarching story. There's an overarching structure that they play with. Like the first one is they're dealing with the guy with the fucking dog leg. The second one they're dealing with the mad scientist.
Yeah,
I think I found out why we can't find photos of it.
That's weird.
It's 10 years old.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's the 10th anniversary.
It's like complete on eBay in boxes, but there's just not a lot of pictures.
Oh,
here we go, Toku Nation.
Yeah, Toku Nation, they have a lot of resources for tokusatsu news and photos. They've been around it for a while. I think Simeon is friends with the guy who runs it. I could be wrong though.
Who knows? Whomstist knows this.
Yeah, but like exciting stuff. And I'm like, hey, Gotchard has 1 episode left at this point. Gonna binge the last 3.
Oh yeah. Is it ending at 50 or 51?
50.
Because
it's gonna end. The last episode airs the next week. We record the 24th, because then not 25th, because then the next week is Sunday, the September 1st, and that's when Gob's gonna premiere.
Yeah. Oh God, murder.
So
murder on the murder.
It's got to be to the detriment of Boingo here, but I guess that means that I've really been watching the Mini Plus shit for more than a decade. I've been paying attention to like Sentai and like Kamen Rider. No, it's got to be longer than that.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: you have recollections of Power Rangers. It's in Big Bad Beetleborgs. You've been tangentially watching this stuff for a while.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like I've been like paying attention to Kamen Rider design forever because I used to just browse Big Bad Toy Store for like the coolest looking things that I didn't know. Mm-hmm. I used to sit on like my desktop in my old house as like a kid in my boxers, just like browsing Big Bad Toy Store like all day. Talking like back when like
there was like an
easy
way I could show Cody the new episodes.
I've been interacting with him on Twitter more. I've been seeing more of it on Twitter than I've ever.
Yeah, but that's like I want you to watch like a full episode. I want you to like I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean there is like older stuff like on Tubi and stuff. Like all of Ultraman's on Tubi at this point. Like, and they're putting new episodes on YouTube. But like Sentai and Kamen are a bit tricky. Like
has Blazer got put on Tubi yet?
No, Blazer's on YouTube anyway, so.
It's on YouTube, sure, but I'm just saying, like, for ease of access.
It probably won't be on Tubi until 2025 because the Blu-ray comes out in October. And they usually do the Blu-ray first and then the Tubi release.
That is fair.
Yeah.
That tis fair.
Yeah, it's like, get the Blu-ray money, then put it on Tubi for the wider audience.
Put me on Tubi.
Yeah, I mean, but there's some weird shit on Tubi, man. You'd be surprised. Like, I saw
but
Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan film.
But it is the biggest growing streamer.
It is the best streaming platform, yeah. But they're also, you find a weird-ass Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan film on there. It's amazing. It's a great service. I love it. I love Tubi.
Yeah. What was the other one that like, partially because it had, like, pre-programmed stuff, it was Pluto. Pluto had, like, digital TV channels.
Yeah, well, Pluto and TV is, like, they're very interconnected from what I understand.
Yeah. I don't know. There is a part of me that just goes, like, oh, pre-programmed selected shows by a human being. It's like, okay, cool. That's nice.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
No, it's just.
One day I'm gonna break on Analytical Fanboys and make Cody watch a Tokusatsu. I don't know which one yet, but like.
Hikaider.
Would it
have
been true that I've seen
I have
one
watched
already?
that movie twice.
What, Cud?
Could it have been true that I've seen anything like that before?
Seen Tokusatsu?
I mean, you've probably seen Tokusatsu. It's just like I'm a full
Cody,
series.
Big Bad Beetleborgs is Toku.
No, I know, but like, oh well, yeah, but
you want a Japanese one like Godzilla?
Yeah,
no, I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get your feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some seasons that Cody would probably appreciate. I mean, there's like, would it be easy enough to say it's like any Sentai because it has a giant robot?
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. Like, that's probably why. Is because ever since like I had access to the internet, I learned that that's where most of the shit that I like came from. Like,
yeah,
and always being a fan of like old Godzilla films and stuff like that, and like watching any I could get my hands on, and then loving super robots always, and trying to find more about Gundam because it used to just like I used to view it as like a mystical thing. Like it was so hard in Palaka before I even got to like go out of town to like even see what a model kit was. I remember when we went down to Stewart, and my dad bought me some because I'd never seen them before, and I like pointed them. I was like, "Man, I want those." And I definitely was not the age
enough
to like build them, but like I built the fuck out of those things. I still have one of them sitting somewhere.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. I've always been interested in all that stuff. Kevin Durant.
I mean, fundamentally, if we're being honest, Super Sentai is kind of like the last bastion of the super robot.
Yeah, I mean, there's still like Bravern and other like super robot, like Grandizer got a reboot, but it's like I get what you mean, like the last bastion of like classical super robot.
Yeah, but like it's the
also,
most
I've
consistent.
Interacted with you for always.
But Super Sentai is like the most consistent. Hey, there's gonna be a super robot.
Yeah, there's a robot in like every series since Battle Fever J.
And there's a couple robots in Kamen Rider.
Yeah, but like those are mostly just one-offs, like usually for an episode or two.
No, Forze.
Okay, well, I'm talking about modern context. Forze is like an exception.
Forze and Fives both have robots.
Yeah. Well, they're not giant Fives isn't a giant one.
No, it's a size of a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you could technically count Mr. Belt.
Mr. Belt's more of a little companion guy.
Yeah, but he's techie.
Yeah, he's techie.
And all the Roid Mutes are technically robots.
Yeah, you know what I mean by like super robot.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. I'm joking.
Honestly, I've seen stuff about the new Kamen Rider.
Oh God, yeah, we've been talking about that.
On my own. Well, no, I know, but I'm saying like it's now shown it to me on every platform now because of how much I look the stuff up and interact with it on like other things because I'm right there. Like, I gotta own one of those little fucking things. I really do you
want me to just send you the episodes as I get them?
What do you mean send? Like, would you have to download?
Like the MP4, yeah, because you have to download like fan subs and shit. Yeah.
Lord,
because it's not official.
Yeah, there is official releases
Gundam,
here.
No.
I mean, Turn A Gundam eventually got an official release, but like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to find.
Yeah, true. Well, it used to be on YouTube for like 2 seconds, but like it's not.
Yeah, I think that's where I watch.
I mean, like for Kamen Rider, they put all the first 2 episodes on YouTube, but like that's about it. Like just the first 2.
It is a mess. It is a mess.
At least with 90 Sentai, you have most of 90 Sentai on Tubi.
Yeah, and I mean that's not like Sentai only really started in like '79, right?
Yeah, like the 70s, late 70s. Kamen Rider was early 70s, Sentai was late 70s.
Well, no, Kamen Rider started in 71.
That's what I'm saying, early 70s for Kamen Rider. Did they mix the two?
No, I'm saying specific dates. You were being vague.
I'm sorry. I'm giving like a general time frame.
Maybe that's it too. Well, I don't know.
And Toei Spider-Man was mid-70s.
Yeah.
To put it simply, like, there is no better aesthetics, I think. There is no better, like, quality of design for things. The shit that comes out year after year that I see coming out of, like, Tokusatsu just always.
I think it's, I totally agree with you. I think it's partially just because they have to do everything practical, so the design of the suit has to, like, function. Like, they're doing stunts in those. So it has to be big. It has to be chunky if they're doing anything like that,
Japan just kills it in the art department. That's it.
Yeah.
The best toy. Well, we caught up in toys recently.
Yeah. But there's also a different intent with toys. Like, I think there's, like, an appreciation of just having a little object in Japan. You know, like all the vinyl toys.
Yeah, and they love model kits. They understand the benefits of building it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Americans, I feel like, want more a representation of what they like. That's why Black Series and Legends and stuff like that are popular.
I saw an argument today about Funko Pops being like the easiest and most affordable.
Oh yeah, that was a whole Twitter discourse.
I know.
I missed that completely. What?
Yeah, like Funko Pops are just like a.
They're trying to argue like Funko Pops are cool because they're like the everyman's collector thing, and I'm like,
no, they're not.
They're not exactly.
Are we not worth the sweat of our Funko Pop collection?
You look 5 feet to the right or the left, and you have better toys for only $10 more.
That's what I'm saying.
5 feet to the left, I see some Funko Pops over there. They're surrounded by other toys of all brands. Those are all of my Funko Pops that I love so very dearly.
What was I gonna say? There's something I wanted to say.
I don't know. I'm grabbing my little Kamen Rider Tycoon vinyl toy now.
Oh, you got a Tycoon vinyl? Did Simeon give you that?
Yeah, it's great. Tycoon was just. I absolutely love Tycoon.
No, I love him too. Yeah, he's one of my favorite parts of Geats. He wasn't like the biggest Geats fan. I thought it was a good show, but I wasn't like the biggest fan. I was like, he was one of my favorite parts. Like, it was great.
Yeah. Tycoon is a green ninja, Tanuki looking dude.
Yeah, one of the best like secondary writers of Reiwa so far, I'd say.
Yeah, that's Tycoon.
Yeah, doing the little revolve on. Actually, I do have the Geat spell. I got it for my birthday, and it's a really fun toy to play around with. It's like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I love the little.
That's okay. You know what? That's the best part about Kamen Rider Super Sentai is the roleplay toys.
Yeah, that's why they're always like emphasizing them. Because
fundamentally, if we're looking at this as like reasonable, rational adults, is what we should be doing.
That hurts.
These are shows meant for kids. So the biggest thing that the show should be doing is selling toys to kids that ignite their imagination. So giving them roleplay toys to play, act, and act out as if they are the characters. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people are like, oh, it's more consumeristic. It's like, I mean, it does get that. I hate the premium Bandai aspect of Kamen Rider.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, the premium Bandai stuff, that's bullshit. Like, why isn't the secondary writer for Gotchard, like, retail, But, like...
It's all because he didn't want to fucking spoil Wind. That's it.
No, it's also, like, the female, like, writer thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah. It's a mix of both. Like, it's just bullshit like that. But either way, but the point I'm trying to make here is that, like, the great thing about the toys is that they, like, what, they're toys. They make money from them. Easy revenue stream. But also it's just, like, like, having, like, physical, practical things for kids to play around with. That's just fun. And it's, like, it gives them, like, a more attachment to the show. And it's, like, like, better understand the messages when they get older,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain. I'm kind of, like, going all over the place, but, like...
No. I don't think you are. I think it, like, having that connection like that, and it be that level quality, that speaks to a whole other level of like interaction with that. Like, it really does. So.
Yeah,
and you can't really do that with a lot of like Western hero characters. Like the best I say you could do is like maybe a bat utility belt.
Yeah, or like Hulk hands, maybe. I don't know.
What it is there is what I've always wanted for Transformers. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted this, and sometimes we get close glimpses of it. But essentially, if Transformers worked hand in hand with like toy design for animation models and character design,
Yeah, like
if they were
Unicron
able to,
trilogy.
yeah, like if they were able to meld that to where everything would make sense, everything would articulate correctly. Like Beast Wars was pretty much the closest way it worked, just because those forms made it like work that way anyway. But it would just make more sense. It would play better, and then it would match the screen. Energon, the whole trilogy did it, and it just felt right. I guess you're right. I guess that's just like nostalgia that way.
And
But I've
there's
always
also
wanted it to be posed well.
yeah, there's also the Netflix series. So
Well, the Netflix series came out after the toys because they used like the toy. That was I don't want to talk about Siege anymore. I hate Siege.
Perhaps I'm not making it because from the words I said, I guess match with what y'all are saying. What I'm more trying to understand or trying to like sell to you
articulate.
guys,
Yeah.
like I want more diversity in like the overall shapes of the characters, and I think that you could get unique vehicles and unique shapes, and it's still like there could be a unison with the animation.
Yeah.
In a different way, like they could.
You know what?
Each
On that
individual thing
point,
addressed
you
correctly.
could
I don't
definitely like the unique robots from Bumblebee RID.
Yeah, similar things to that. And they get pretty close with that, but like what I want is like a 100% one-to-one screen accuracy, because like you could have both. You could truly have both. You can make things work in that. It limits you in some ways for the robots, and I think it would. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird, ornery thing I'm trying to explain. 'Cause it's not necessarily just Energon trilogy how it was done there, because those toys couldn't move how it showed you in the show.
Yeah.
But those Common Rider belts can work
Oh yeah.
identically because it is.
Yep. And then you can get a CSM version and have it be like screen accurate.
That's what I want. I want all of your like Sentai power ups and or like Mega XLR, like Gundam Voltron forming, like those scenes, the mechanical workings, to be a direct connection to the toy. And because that's the main thing you do with the Transformers, you fucking transform. And
I mean, here's the thing. That's how all
the main thing you do with Kamen Rider belts too. You transform. Whoa, now.
Also, what was I gonna say?
You know what? You know why it's probably not super easy, but like more readily done in Tokusatsu, because a real human person has to deal with them.
Yeah, like it's more practical because they make suits and props based on those.
So like the mechanics of the toy have to be how a human would handle it, and they're doing it in the show the same way. There's a funny thing where like whenever they have to bring back an older prop and they don't have it in storage, they sometimes just grab the toy.
Yeah, that's great. I love that shit.
No, Tokusatsu cool. I've been thinking recently about like why do I enjoy it as much as I do, and I realize it's just I enjoy seeing the effort people put into art, and there is a lot of effort in things you got to do to make 50 episodes of a live action adventure stunt show
for kids. For all ages. Also, actually, that reminds me. Okay,
don't forget the moms who are hot for the Kamen Riders.
Apparently, that might be a rumor that like it's not entirely true, but there's a slight factor to it. It's apparently it may not be as pronounced as we all thought. It's a whole thing. But actually, like speaking of
course not. They've been hiring pretty boys for Kamen Rider ever since the first season.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. Yeah, people. Okay, no, I remember the pretty.
Are you gonna tell me Takeshi Hongo wasn't a fucking snack in the day?
He was a snack. Okay, look, I'm talking about like. I remember what I was talking about. It's basically like people thought it all started in the Heisei era when in reality it was from the series inception. Okay, I remembered. Sorry about that. But also, like speaking of Tokusatsu, I'm not gonna say who, but there's been some contention of a figure who got some Toku shit wrong in a Pokemon video. Like they were just dissing Godzilla and Ultraman for just no reason. Just like they were like, "Oh, this Pokemon is inspired by Godzilla," and here's some misinformation about Godzilla. And it's just, man, I'm fighting for my life out here as a Tokusatsu like YouTuber guy. I'm actually like fighting for my life, like in just terms of like I need people to understand this stuff is cool and not like of course it can be silly and cheesy, but everything we kind of like has cheesy elements, It's like Bro, talking about Pokemon! Pokemon!
Monster.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you are a Pokemon YouTuber. Bro, I don't know. I'm sorry.
There's always a lower caste of nerd that every nerddom looks down upon.
Yeah.
You know? For the longest time, it was, I'm not like those guys who play fucking D&D. And now D&D is cool. Now I'm not like those guys who play fucking Warhammer. You know?
Yeah, and a lot of the time, I'm not like those Godzilla nerds.
Yeah, and even then, there is a sect of Godzilla nerds who go like, yeah, I watch Godzilla, but I'm not like those guys who watch those fucking baby shows.
Yeah, it's a mess.
You know?
Speaking of baby shows, Mephisto will be added to the Fortnite season later this year.
It's an amazing segue. It's an amazing segue, Cody. I love you. It's so good.
No, that's 2 baby shows.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean, boy. That's such a great segue. Yeah.
We lost Buster.
We were playing? No, we weren't.
No, you just sighed.
Oh, I think my microphone just went crazy. I don't know what happens because I just laughed a lot.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I hope, I kind of need to make more tokusatsu videos. I don't know. I just want to be like, I don't know. I just want to do more tokusatsu shit in general. But it's just hard because both I don't like really a lot of the Twitter community, which is pretty self-explanatory, and it's hard for me to just watch a 50-episode show and be like, let's write a 5-minute script about why I like it. You know.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Why do you think I do? Why do you think I started the weekly stuff? Because then I could just one
break
video
it apart. Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking about for Boon Boonger. I'm going to break that up into, because that show has specific arcs. I'm going to break that up into its laps. So I'll do lap 1 and 2 in one video, and then lap 3 in its own video. You know.
Yeah. Hey, on video making stuff, I have made some good progress on my Hamtaro video. So that. I'm hoping to get out sooner rather than later.
I guess cat's out of the bag. You're making the long-awaited project.
I've mentioned that before. I could have swore I've mentioned that before.
Well, you mentioned it to us. You haven't really mentioned it on podcast.
I hate to say this, but who the fuck listens to the podcast? That probably anybody who listens to the podcast is probably a close enough friend that I've already told them about this.
You never know. Some people just you never know. You never know. Just in case.
It's in the process. It's being worked on. Where?
Yeah, I am very excited to see the final project.
Yep.
Do I want to end a bit early? Because, I have to do something soon.
Oh, you have to do something, eh?
Yeah.
You gotta go skrank a boink?
Not skrank a boink. No, I gotta, I have some, things, work things I need to do before I head to bed.
Hell yeah.
Hey, look at us. Look at all of us putting in work and effort into life.
Yeah.
One of us is getting rewarded with a new, better job and getting to fuck over their previous employer. One of us is trying
to make the creative stuff happen.
Yeah.
All of us are dying.
Oh, don't make it that dark.
I mean, we all are dying.
Yeah.
Dying is not dark. Dying is an inevitability of life, and one must not be afraid of death.
Dying is like Thanos in Avengers Infinity War.
Oh my God.
Why you gotta take the shit that I say, trying to be fucking poetic, and you just take a shit all over it?
Cody's great at taking shits.
I mean, I am. You are.
I got the receipts to prove it.
Whoa, okay, you know what? That's gonna be it. I'm gonna plug my stuff and then I'm gonna head out.
They've tried to plug my stuff before, but it.
Well, okay, you know what? I'm Buster Corp. I do YouTube videos, analysis videos. I do my own podcast on my YouTube channel. We're about to hit monetization, or we already have by the time this video goes up, or maybe not. Who knows? But here's hoping. We're making money moves, so go check out the channel to support the money moves. And I'm also at Twitter. I'm not telling you my ad on Twitter. Go find it in the description. All right, bye.
Cody, tell the people where they can find you.
Never_robot at never._robot.com.
Hell yeah. I'm Boingo Rider. You can find me on YouTube at Boingo Rider and a variety of other social media places. And this has been Modular Components. I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope you have a good day. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on the podcasting platform of your choosing wherever you find this fine and dandy podcast.